Hello, Mr. Adams here. We're going to be doing a couple of review videos here. This one has to do with the three types of percent problems. The multiplication one, you were just getting that down. You were a little foggy in the first division one, and now there's another one because there's three different kinds of percent problems looking for the percent or the of or the is. I'm going to help you with that. I gave you a formula earlier. It's not taught in the curriculum, it's not in the book, but I gave it to you. Some of you are refusing to use it, now it's costing you. So we're going to go over this. It's going to save you a lot of time. You're going to see these 3% problems the rest of the year on tests, quizzes, and homework. So, and you're going to see it next year as well, and the year after that. Okay, so let's get this down. We're going to use lesson 113 in your book. Key problems right there in that lesson that you did for Friday. So most of you have already turned it in. So right now I want you to pause the video and go get your math book and that homework assignment, and we'll use some problems in there to review this. All right, so do that right now. All right, here we go. So on numbers 6, 7, and 8 in that lesson, you have these three problems. You have 12% of 200, 24 is what percent of 200, and 24 is 12% of what number? If you put them there like this, you see something, don't you? I hope you do. And that is the answer for each one of these problems is in the other problem. So really, you did not even have to do the three problems. You could just look at the other problems to get the answer. But as you're just looking at one problem at a time, you probably didn't notice that. But after you got finished, you might have said, oh, look at that. All right? But this is a multiplication problem. Percent times of, let's turn it here, percent times of equals is. All right? Percent times of equals is. Change the percent to a decimal and multiply, right? Been saying that, and saying that, and saying that. All right? That's the typical percent problem for that. Now, down here, you're looking for the percent. You're looking for this number. They give you the is, all right here, 24 is. 24 is, even though it's backwards, they give you the is. What percent, they're looking for this, of 200. They give you the 200 again, right? So you're looking for the other number. This is a division problem. If you take this one down here now, all right? 24 is 12% of what number? Now they're looking for the of. They don't give you the of. This is a division problem. This is a division problem. This is a multiplication problem. And you have to know what to divide into what. And that's where many of you are confused right now. You're dividing the wrong numbers, and you're even starting to divide on the multiplication problems because you don't have any way. And I understand that. Been teaching this for a long time. It's typical mistakes. All right? Let's see if we can help you eliminate those mistakes. All right? By this formula right here. Percent times of equals is. If you take these numbers and plug them into this formula, I'll show you how you can know when to divide, when to multiply, and what to divide by, and what to divide into. It's right in the formula. So let's take a look. All right? How the formula works. Percent times of equals is. If you're given the percent and the of, you're looking for the is. You're looking for the is. Percent times of equals is. It's a multiplication problem. You're given this and this. You multiply them together, you get that. Change the percent to a decimal and multiply. All right? Now, if you are given either, if you're looking for one of these that's missing, if you're missing this or this, it's a division problem. You always divide into the is. The is always your dividend, and the other number out here is always your divisor. So if you're given the percent, you're going to change that to a decimal and divide. And if you're given the of, and you're looking for the percent, you're going to divide the of into the is. You're going to add a decimal place and zeros. and you're going to get a decimal answer that you then change to a percent. So that's how you work it. You put the numbers into this formula and solve for what you don't know. It's the beginnings of some algebra, but you can handle that. And it'll help you know when to divide, because you're dividing by the wrong numbers and you're getting problems wrong all the time on your homework, as some of you noticed as I sent those back to you. All right, let's take a look real quick. All right, we've got, all right, percent times of equals is. Let's look at number 6. All right, 12% of 200 equals. All right, so I got 12% of, and I got 200 for the of, equals what? Oh, multiplication problem. I'm looking for the is. It says this times, of means times. Okay, of means times. Percent times 200 equals that. Change the percent to a decimal, 1, 2, multiply by 0.12, and I get 24. All right? Now, let's take a look at the next one, number 7. 24 is what percent of 200? Okay, so let's plug the numbers in where we know them. 24 is, oh, I'm given the is. Okay? And it says 24 is what percent of 200? What percent? I'm looking for the percent. All right? The of, it says, is, and it'll always use this language, of 200. I'm given this. All right? So let's move it down here. 24. What do? This is always inside. I divide by 200. So how can I divide 200 into 24? You know this. Decimal point, zeros. No decimal in your divisor. You move the decimal point up. You divide 200 into 24. You're going to get, percent means hundreds. You're going to get a decimal answer. That's what you want. You're going to get point, what? 1, 2. Comes out even. 2 into 24, 12 times. All right? 0.12. Now, there's my decimal. What do I do with that decimal? It's asking for the percent, isn't it? I don't want to put 0.12. It's not 0.12%. It is 1, 2, decimal to a percent, 2 places to the right. 12% of 200 equals 24. All right? Now, let's look at the last one that they give you. And in this case, they're looking for the of. Right? So in number 8, they say 24 is, I'm going to use another color. 24 is, all right, 12%, all right, of what number? They're looking for the of. So, if that's the case, I'm going to say, I'm going to take 24, I'm going to divide it by 12%, which is 24 divided by 0.12. All right? And I'm going to move 2 places here. I'm going to move 2 places here. I'm going to put zeros. I'm going to bring my decimal point straight up. And I'm going to divide this out. 12 goes into 24. Oh, 2 times 24. 0 comes out even. I got to put zeros in there to fill in those places. It's 200. But I already knew that from the other problems, didn't I? All right. However, that's how you can work that problem out. All right. It's, you always divide. And the key thing that this does is it tells you what to divide into what. This number, the is always going to be inside the brackets on your division problem. You're never going to divide by the is. And many of you are, and you're getting the wrong answers. Right? You know you have to divide, but you divide the wrong thing. This formula helps keep you from doing that. All right? Because you always divide into the is. Now, One more thing. If you're doing a percent, if you're looking for the percent, all right? So like in this case, it was what percent of 200 is 24, all right? What you can also do now, if you're looking for the percent, this is dividing. So I also know that I can show this as a fraction. I can show this as 24 over 200, all right? You can reduce that, and then, remember, you always divide denominator into numerator. You're still dividing into the is, okay? Sometimes you find out this is a fraction that you have memorized, and you know that, like, 0.20 is 20%. Or you know that 0.33 is 33% or 33 and a third percent, those kind of things. So that may help you as well. But make sure, use the formula, put the numbers in, and you know that you always divide into the is number, all right? And do it that way, more chance to get it right. Some of you, you know what, if you have to, for the division, if you use a calculator, I don't care. My key right now is knowing that you know what to do. You know when to multiply, when to divide, and what to divide into what. Using a calculator to do the division, go for it. I don't care right now. I want you to understand the problem. All right? Very good. I will get back to you on a quiz review for your quiz on Tuesday. All right? I'll come back with a video on that as well. All right? Thank you very much. Hope you watch this. Share it with your friends. Bye.